Relations. We are delighted to welcome you all to the grand 75th anniversary celebration of ICCR. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as we get ready to begin today's evening. We kindly ask everyone to switch their mobile phones to silent mode. 75 years of connecting cultures, building global bridges, and showcasing India's vibrant heritage to the world. We kindly ask everyone to kindly have their seats as we get ready to commence this evening. Kindly switch off your mobile phones to silent mode as we are celebrating 75 years of ICCR's incredible, wonderful journey tonight. As they say, art is a bridge that connects and unites human hearts. This evening, we are not just commemorating ICCR's 75 years of existence, we are celebrating the very spirit of culture that has brought the world together, breaking down barriers and forging bonds as timeless as art itself. We request everyone to kindly be seated. We are going to commence this evening shortly. Our esteemed dignitaries and chief guests are going to present shortly in this auditorium. Please take your seats. आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि अपने अपने स्थानों पर आप जल्द से जल्द विराजें। कुछ ही देर में हमारा ये कार्यक्रम शुरू होने वाला है और हमारे गणमान्य अतिथिगण इस कार्यक्रम का हिस्सा बनने के लिए कुछ ही देर में ऑडिटोरियम में होंगे। Kindly take your seats as we get ready to commence this evening. A lamp of harmony and peace is being lit at foyer of ICC auditorium. With this, a beautiful and auspicious beginning of this evening is going to happen today. I request everyone to kindly take your seats as we get ready to begin today's beautiful evening. We kindly ask everyone to switch their mobile phones to silent mode. Namaskar and a very warm evening to all. On behalf of the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, we are delighted to welcome you to the grand 75th anniversary celebrations of ICCR. 75 years of connecting cultures, building global bridges, and showcasing India's vibrant heritage to the world. Tonight, we are honored to have with us diplomats, ME officials, eminent artists, ICCR scholars, media personalities, and esteemed representatives from leading institutions. We are honored to have our esteemed dignitaries. And a celebration of 75 incredible years of ICCR's journey is going to be showcased today. Ladies and gentlemen, as they say, art is a bridge that connects and unites human hearts. This evening, we are not just commemorating ICCR's 75 years of existence, we are celebrating the very spirit of culture that has brought the world together, breaking down barriers and forging bonds as timeless as art itself. Over the last 75 years, ICCR has served as a bridge linking cultures and continents, uniting artists, scholars, and leaders from across the globe. Now, let's hear from some of these distinguished individuals who have been part of the ICCR's remarkable journey over the years. Beautiful video presentations of beautiful messages. Let's hear these beautiful messages.
Happy to be part of this initiative and to be able to give a message on this day. I am a recipient of the ICCR scholarship, and it was a real turning point in my life.
I'd like to wish the ICCR a very, very happy 75th birthday.
As we celebrate this 75th anniversary, let us reflect on the incredible journey of the ICCR and its unwavering commitment to cultural diplomacy.
ICCR still has a big, long way to go to achieve brilliant goals for India, for the world, to deliver the message of Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, Vasudhaivam Kutumbakam.
भारतीय सांस्कृतिक संबंध परिषद ने पड़ोसी देशों के साथ सांस्कृतिक आदान प्रदान करने को सदैव बढ़ावा दिया है।
पूरे भारत की चमक, पूरे भारत की सुगंध, पूरे भारत की धरोहर, पूरे भारत की परंपराएं, कला, साहित्य, संगीत, इसके माध्यम से आप पूरे विश्व में ले जाते हैं और कलाकारों का और कला का संवर्धन करते हैं। आप सभी को मेरी बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं हैं।
The 75th anniversary of the foundation of ICCR, send my regards and my words of congratulations to this very important institution.
I'm very happy that ICCR is celebrating 75 years of their contribution.
As we celebrate this incredible journey, I want to extend my heartfelt wishes to ICCR and everyone who has initiated this program.
Congratulations to ICCR for doing this marvelous work in bringing people together and building bridges.
ICCR has supported many of the exhibits that MOSA has produced in India, in Asia, in Europe, and especially in Belgium.
ICCR has proved that Bharat is the Vishwa Guru. We wholeheartedly congratulate ICCR for celebrating this 75th anniversary.
We've been very privileged to work with ICCR, and because of their support throughout the years, we've had the privilege to have performing arts, music, performances, as well as exhibitions such as this beautiful exhibition of Indian sacred art.
And I wish ICCR many more years of success and contribution to our culture.
As we celebrate 75 years of ICCR, I reaffirm the strength of the bonds between Kenya and India, which are anchored in shared ideals and a spirit of enduring friendship.
ICCR has been a bridge between India's artistic heritage and the world, and I remain committed to furthering this mission by creating works that resonate with the spirit of unity, peace, and universal love.
ICCR has always been there, and it is like a door to enter into the Indian culture.
I'm so proud of this association. I wish more power to ICCR, and may our fraternity, may the culture grow leaps and bounds. Vande Mataram.
I think that's the point, to wish the ICCR every auspiciousness, every Irish blessing for the future in your endeavours to bring the cultures and philosophies and thoughts of India to the world.
So they have done a lot to promote different varieties and genres of artists, and I am indeed very, very happy to have been associated with them for so many years.
So I wish the ICCR all the best for the coming years.
और मैं अपनी ओर से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
तृतीय सांस्कृतिक संबंध परिषद स्थापना दिवस के सुअवसर पर हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं।
And we are truly honored to be a part of ICCR's family.
由 ICCR 和中国人民对外友好协会和深圳大学等联合在深圳举办第2届世界印度学家大会。
Wishing you the very best for the 75th, and here's looking forward to the 100th.
We are grateful for these heartfelt good wishes that inspire us to keep striving for excellence in the years ahead. Now, moving ahead, now I invite DG ICCR, Mrs. Nandini Singla, to deliver welcome address.
Namaste, good evening to everybody. I hope you enjoyed the testimonials that we just saw. I hope you enjoyed the testimonials that we just shared with you. The External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, is on his way, but he's asked us to start the program because it's quite a long one. So, with your permission, I will give you a bit of an idea of ICCR in my remarks, because today is indeed a historical milestone. Secretary CPV Shri Arun Chatterjee, Secretary East Shri P. Kumaran, Deputy Director Generals of ICCR, colleagues from the Ministry of External Affairs, members of the Diplomatic Corps, eminent artists, educationists, ICCR scholars, and other members of ICCR's extended family. Friends from the media, distinguished guests, namaskar, good evening. A very warm welcome to the 75th anniversary celebration of the Indian Council of Cultural Relations in Azad Bhavan. I thank you all for making time on a busy weekday evening to share this momentous occasion with us and to celebrate ICCR's 75 remarkable years of bridging cultures, fostering friendship and goodwill. I feel rather humbled to speak here today as the 5-month-old Director General of a 75-year-old institution that has had an illustrious journey thanks to the hard work of many before me. ICCR officials, past Director Generals, past presidents, and frankly, many of you in the audience who have worked with ICCR over the years. So I would like to begin by remembering with enormous gratitude all those who have contributed to building and bequeathing this wonderful institution to us. To be honest, I myself had only a partial idea of what ICCR does before coming here as the Director General. I had a limited perspective, one of a mission abroad. Only after coming here, I have discovered the enormous scope, scale, and impact of ICCR's activities in India and abroad. And I've also discovered how much work there is. I have seen firsthand how it touches the lives of so many people in far corners of the world. You would probably be as amazed as I was to discover that at any point of time, there are more than 7,000 foreign students in India studying on ICCR scholarships from 190 countries, practically every country in the world. I think that does deserve a round of applause. I was equally amazed to know that ICCR sponsors more than 800 Indian artists every year to perform abroad, which means more than 2 artists are being sent abroad every day to represent India. And what is more interesting is ICCR sponsors more than 1,000 foreign artists every year to perform in India. That is almost 3 foreign artists every day being welcomed in India by ICCR. In fact, we send, I think, about 100 troops every year to more than 80 countries in the world, which I think is an amazing figure. Now, on the academic side, again, this is something I discovered. ICCR hosts visits to India by around 50 distinguished foreign academics and leaders every year. That is almost 1 every week. And it has chairs in foreign universities of 33 countries. In fact, we have 53 ICCR chairs in 33 countries as of now, and 125 eminent foreign Indologists, scholars, artists, and ICCR alumni have so far received various honors from ICCR for their contributions to cultural bridge building with India. Again, very few would know that more than 152 countries in the world have at least one statue or bust of an Indian leader provided by ICCR. You will all agree, a statue, whether it's of Mahatma Gandhi ji or Rabindranath Tagore, is a permanent reminder of India for the people of every country for generations to come. So every year, ICCR actually installs 10 new ones across the world in different countries. So I think we're going to see many more such permanent representations of India abroad. Today, ladies and gentlemen, ICCR runs 38 Indian cultural centers in different countries of the world. And what is interesting is that we send over 200 teachers to teach Indian dance, music, yoga, Indian languages. But what is even more interesting is a majority of these teachers are not Indians. They're foreigners. They're members of the Indian diaspora who live abroad, who teach because they have learned this simply out of their love and passion for India. I think that's amazing too. Now, what most of you do know, and I also knew, is that ICCR anchors large-scale events all over the world. And last year, during the International Day of Yoga, guess how many events ICCR anchored? 1,121 yoga events all over the world. In fact, I had a personal and rather unforgettable experience of ICCR anchoring cultural events when we took 120 artists from 11 countries to perform during the Mahakumbh in Prayagraj. That was, I think, a once in a 144-year experience for all of us. And that was amazing to watch Russian artists, Mongolian artists, artists from Rwanda perform in Prayagraj during the holy Mahakumbh. So We have mounted an exhibition called Padachin, Footprints Across Time, just next door in the Rabindra Art Gallery. I would request all of you to please take a quick look. It's not very big, but it shows some highlights of ICCR's Footprints Across Time, including the fact that ICCR has hosted over 600 exhibitions so far in India and abroad. More than 600 since 1961. Now, you will realize that ICCR's task has not been easy. How do you do justice to projecting the unmatched cultural richness of the most diverse and multilingual country in the world, especially when its cultural diversity is of continental proportions and defies generic branding? For instance, how do you capture the idea of an India that speaks thousands of dialects and over 100 languages and publishes newspapers in more than 100 languages, has more than 300 dance forms, produces movies in more than 30 languages, and has over 1,000 different food varieties? And yet, over the last 75 years, ICCR has endeavored to do the impossible. Take brand India to different corners of the world in all its mind-boggling diversity and foster meaningful connections across the world. And ladies and gentlemen, to do justice to this rather formidable mandate, ICCR has been taking many new initiatives in recent years. I think some of you are aware of them. What is little known is that ICCR, an organization that is mandated to promote India's millennia-old civilization and culture, actually uses state-of-the-art digital technologies and is one of the few fully paperless e-offices in the government of India. Now, you may not believe me, so I'm going to give you some concrete examples. All our admission processes for the scholarship, even the administration, is run digitally through the Gyan Setu portal and the admissions to alumni portal. ICCR digitally monitors the activities of all its 38 cultural centers across the world through the Activity and Information Management System portal. It has created a robust digital database of Indian artists of diverse genres through the Artist Management Systems portal. ICCR engages its foreign alumni, people who have studied in India under ICCR scholarships, through the India Alumni Portal, and ICCR conducts online classes in Indian dance, arts, handicrafts for over 4,000 foreign students in 51 countries. So all this is digital. Thank you. Now, a very interesting fact that I've learned only recently is that ICCR actually entered into a MOU with Google and collaborated with Google to improve Google's artificial intelligence technology for translation of Sanskrit texts into foreign languages and vice versa. And this has made Sanskrit accessible to the wider world. And frankly, it's a key to the treasures of Indian civilization. So I think it's a very important step that ICCR has taken. ICCR has also launched interesting new visitors programs like the Gen Next Democracy Network program, in which 272 young leaders of 77 democracies visited India. These are young, upcoming leaders in their countries, and we believe it's a diplomatic investment. ICCR also launched the Knowledge India Visitors Program for foreign scholars from 36 countries who specialize in Indian studies. It also launched the Buddha Bhumi Vandana Yatra, which hosts 23 young Buddhist scholars from 11 countries to explore India's rich Buddhist heritage. I don't know how many of you know, but there was also the Vaishali Festival of Democracy at Nalanda University. There was the International Conference on Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam at the UN General Assembly in New York. and the Hindi Vishwa Yatra, a very interesting program where foreign students who are learning Hindi and doing well in Hindi visit India. There were 31 such foreign students who came to India and explored not just Hindi but the whole of India. On the cultural side, ICCR has signed MOUs for the first time with 25 Indian states to take local artists abroad and to showcase the entire diversity of India's cultural spectrum. We also organized a global dance competition, Indian dance competition for foreigners called Pratibha Sangam, which was a huge hit, so we're going to do it again. We have launched an e-learning portal on traditional Indian knowledge systems, which is a big part of ICCR's work. But what is culture without its flavors? Especially the amazing diversity of India's mouth-watering cuisine, which is probably India's biggest ambassador in the world, apart from Bollywood. So ICCR introduced the Annapurna certificates in 2023 to recognize Indian restaurants in foreign countries that are promoting authentic Indian cuisine and giving a taste of India's rich culinary traditions to global palates. Today, you will see the second set of certificates being given away to the winners. And I think we received more than 160 applications from all over the world. Thank you. But ICCR will need to continue to keep pace with the changing times and changing trends through newer initiatives. So I'm very happy to announce 4 new initiatives on this historic day when we are celebrating the 75th anniversary of ICCR. Firstly, we all know how important social media is today and how important young people are if you really want to promote Indian culture. So we are going to leverage the growing reach of social media through our ICCR foreign scholars, who in a way are young ambassadors of India, by announcing 2 attractive cash prizes, which will be given every quarter. The first is the ICCR Yuva Mitra Prize, to recognize ICCR scholars who actively promote Indian heritage, culture, and knowledge systems on global platforms through their social media handles. People who post about sites they visit during the weekend on Instagram, who post about henna when they go to a wedding, or who write about some interesting food they have eaten on Snapchat or YouTube, So any social media handle. And through this, we also hope to encourage our young friends to explore Indian heritage and let the world know about it, especially their friends and families in their own countries. So as you see, we have attractive cash prizes and they'll be given on a quarterly basis to keep the momentum going. We have a second cash prize for ICCR scholars called you're going to see the details very soon. This is for those scholars who are learning Indian arts. For example, somebody who's learning Indian music, learning an Indian musical instrument, or learning Indian art, handicraft. We are asking them to send us their videos. We will pick the top ones, we'll give them prizes, we'll showcase them on ICCR social media, and we hope that this will encourage them to do more. We have detailed guidelines for these, including eligibility, submission, evaluation process details. So I invite you all to spread the word about these prizes. We have the honor of welcoming Madam Kyoko Jaishankar, who has been a very encouraging presence for ICCR. Thank you, ma'am. Your presence here means a lot to us today. I have seen ma'am appreciate all our cultural performances, and we feel very inspired by her presence today. Thank you. ICCR is also launching 2 new series on its website, social media handles, and its newsletter. The first is called ICCR Ki Khoj. We feel that there are many anonymous, ordinary Indians who are doing culture promotion on their own that we don't know about, unsung champions of Indian heritage and culture. ICCR wants to showcase all these normal, ordinary Indians on its website, on our social media handles, and here's a glimpse of the first one.
Is Glimpses of the World, and the tagline is "Let's travel the world without a passport." Here I will be displaying postage stamps, coins and currency notes which are issued across the world, which depict our Hindu culture or the gods and goddesses of Indian origin. My heartfelt thanks to the ICCR for giving me an opportunity to present my exhibits which depict the Hindu mythology spread across the world. Thank you.
So all of you who know someone who is Okay, we are back. Please do reach out to us and to them, spread the word. The next initiative we are taking is launching a new series called ICCR Padma Awardee Series to pay tribute to all those fabulous Indian artists whose brushstrokes, rhythms, poetic verses have shaped India's cultural consciousness and taken it to the world. So we want to recognize and honor these eminent artists who have received the Padma Award, of course on a voluntary basis. We want to just showcase the first one in the series today. It's a very small clip. I invite you to watch, please.
I sing all the singing style of Indian classical music. Om dimiki dimi jamaru baje, kirika lash shikhar par nache, dimik dimik dimi mridang baje, shish gang ardhang viraje, uma ramahar sab surasaje, karatrishotamaruliya nache, shiva cham 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 chanadadadadada, chichi chamma chammada, chamma chammada, chamma chammada. By God grace and my contribution for the Indian classical music, I was awarded the Padma Shri.
So that is Soma Ghosh, one of the Padma awardees. So there are a lot of artists here. If you know anybody who would like to be showcased, please write to us. Finally, even as modernity reshapes the world, the echoes of India's folk traditions remain timeless. To ensure that these voices are heard beyond India's borders and to showcase the more than 300 Indian folk dances, for example, that we have, ICCR will empanel 3 folk artist groups from each of the 25 states with whom ICCR has signed MOUs, and a total of 75 folk artist troops will be sent abroad to showcase their art on a global stage. Thank you for your encouragement. The claps mean a lot. We feel like we should be doing more now. Thank you. Looking ahead, as the world becomes more interconnected, more homogeneous, I think culture will increasingly define the soul of a people and a nation and what makes them unique. As ICCR moves towards its 100th year Amrit Kal journey alongside an India that strides confidently towards Viksit Bharat and grows in profile on the global stage, the world will become more open and curious about Indian culture. Even as India confidently reclaims its cultural heritage, ICCR will need to do more and do better by being more ambitious and constantly adapting itself to changing needs and trends. In this, we will have to deftly navigate a rapidly changing and challenging landscape. For instance, in the era of increasingly short attention spans and instant culture consumption on social media through 30-second Insta Reels, how do we showcase the layered complexity and nuances of culture? With such personalized consumption of cultural content and a rapidly growing creative economy, that will face the daunting challenge of copyrights and distinguishing between what is real and fake. In the world of AI, it will be imperative for ICCR to work collaboratively with a range of partners inside and outside the government. And we intend to do this. Again, in today's world where national identities and interests are becoming paramount, our shared humanity expressed through the universal language of emotion in art and culture remains our hope. In this, I believe India's contribution would be significant, given our unparalleled depth and diversity of culture, rooted in our millennia-old civilizational values of peace, harmony, and universal well-being. These are not just concepts for us. They are living values that guide our governance and our foreign policy, and as you know, have been translated into very practical initiatives like Vaccine Maitri, for example, during COVID, Vishwa Bandhu Bharat, Voice of the Global South, and many more. This genuine embrace of the world, anchored in the belief that we are all in it together, is a message from India that will always be timeless, always be relevant. Especially in this time of dichotomy when people are more isolated than ever in a world that is more interconnected than ever. When people are more at dis-ease and stress at a time when there's a lot of ease of living and material comfort. I think the growing popularity of Indian yoga, Ayurveda, meditation attest to this. So I really believe that we owe it not just to India, but to global well-being to propagate this brand India. This brand that goes beyond the traditional definition of culture to encompass the idea of Bharat as a civilization. A civilizational value that includes values like dialogue, diversity, democracy, Sarvodaya, the belief in empowering the most downtrodden, our respect for nature, our eco-friendly spirit of Jugaad, our reverence for the divine feminine in the form of Shakti, our exploration of the inner world through spirituality, and our exploration of the outer world through, say, ancient maritime trade, contemporary immigration, or even our forays into outer space. It is this brand India whose story needs to be told to the wider world for the well-being of all, in the spirit of Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. ICCR will endeavor to lead this narrative in the coming days, where the rise of India is acknowledged by the world as a benevolent force for peace, harmony, and well-being. I thank the Ministry of External Affairs, all our embassies and cultural centers abroad, our partner countries, many of whose ambassadors are present here today. I thank all of you who have collaborated in ICCR's long 75-year-old journey for your valued support, and look forward to even closer engagement in the exciting days that lie ahead. On this momentous occasion, ICCR reaffirms its unwavering commitment to strengthening cultural bridges that connect India to the world across nations, across generations, helping foster global peace and friendship in line with India's civilizational belief that the world is ultimately one family. I will end with a line from the Atharva Veda that encapsulates this spirit. Sarva Asha Mama Mitram Bhavantu. Yani, Sabhi Dishaएं mere mitra ban jaएं. May we make friends in all directions. Thank you.
Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Thank you, Nandini ji, for highlighting ICCR's contribution in fostering our cultural heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, now we kick off this evening's celebrations by paying tribute to India's rich and diverse culinary heritage. It is time to honor those who have carried this essence of India's taste to global shows through esteemed Annapurna certificate. Established by the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, the Annapurna certificate recognizes and celebrates restaurants abroad that have made exceptional contributions to promoting authentic Indian cuisine and preserving our culinary traditions worldwide. I now have the honor of inviting DG ICCR Nandini Singlaji to join us in presenting Annapurna certificates. It is with great honor that we now commence the presentation of the prestigious Annapurna certificates. We are pleased to begin by honoring Messrs. Rasika West End from Washington, D.C., USA. I now invite Mr. Atul Narayan, the manager of this esteemed establishment, to step forward and accept the Annapurna certificate. Let's give him a warm round of applause. Congratulations, Mr. Atul Narayan. Thank you so much for making India proud. Annapurna certificate, a symbol of honor for making Indian cultural heritage popular through culinary traditions. ICCR honoring India's culinary gurus, and to receive this award from Rasika West End, Washington, D.C., USA, Mr. Atul Narayan has come on the stage. भारत की पाक विधा को 7 समंदर पार ले जाकर लोकप्रिय बनाने के लिए आपका बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद. Next, we are honored to present the Annapurna certificate to Messrs. Jens Littles India from Sodneck, Catribons, Mauritius. I kindly request Mr. Anupam Jain, the owner of this distinguished group, to come up on the stage and accept this recognition. A warm round of applause for him. बहुत-बहुत बधाई. Congratulations. Thank you for enhancing our cultural heritage through culinary expertise. It's now time to honor our next recipient, Mr. Savana Bhavan from Fahahil, Kuwait. We invite Mr. A.N. Natarajan, the owner of this respected establishment, to come forward and accept the Annapurna certificate. Please join us in giving him a big round of applause. And ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to welcome our chief guest for the evening, Dr. S. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister, and Mrs. Kyoko Jaishankar, along with Foreign Secretary Mr. Vikram Visri. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for your presence this evening, sir. Sarvana Bhavan from Fahahil, Kuwait. Mr. A. N. Natarajan receiving Annapurna certificate on behalf of this prestigious group. भारतीय संस्कृति का एक अभिन्न हिस्सा भारत की पाक कलाएं, जिन्हें 7 समंदर पार तक लोकप्रिय बना रहे हैं, ये culinary experts. We are thrilled to recognize Messrs. Ashas from Birmingham, UK. I now invite their General Manager, Mr. Noman Faruqi, to come forward and receive the Annapurna certificate. Let us all give him a heartfelt round of applause. Congratulations. बहुत-बहुत बधाई. Annapurna certificate honoring our culinary experts who have made our culinary tradition popular across the globe. जोरदार तालियां बजती रहें हमारे इन culinary gurus के लिए जिन्होंने 7 समंदर पार तक भारत की छवि को उज्जवल बनाया है. Finally, we are proud to present the Annapurna certificate to Messrs. New Delhi Restaurant from Oslo, Norway. I kindly request Shri Baljit Singh, the owner of this esteemed restaurant, to come up on the stage and accept this recognition. Let's give him a warm and enthusiastic round of applause. Thank you, Nandini ji. I request all the recipients to kindly come up on the stage for a group photograph, a photo up with Annapurna certificate after this presentation. A photo of these Annapurna recipients. A moment to cherish. Thank you so much for making India proud and enhancing our cultural heritage through culinary traditions. Thank you so much, Nandini ji. And ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats because we are about to witness a performance that will redefine the rhythm of the evening. Presenting Anuradha Pal, the world's first female tabla maestro, a true legend and force in the music world. Anuradha has redefined the tradition of tabla. She is not just a brilliant soloist, but a master accompanist, having collaborated with music icons like Ustad Zakir Hussain and Ustad Amjad Ali Khan, performing in over 5,000 concerts across 40+ countries. As the founder of Stri Shakti, the world's first all-female Indian classical band, Anuradha continues to inspire us with her innovative performances. Tonight, get ready for iconic tabla jugalbandi, a unique mix of percussion and storytelling. Let's welcome Stri Shakti on stage with big round of applause. Let's all feel part of the womanhood through music.
Before we begin, we always have one Chinese item called tuning to do. Namaskar and pranams to Sir and to all the dignitaries over here. It's a great honor to be here in this august audience and perform for all of you. And ICCR has always been a great pillar in my journey as a musician. On Foundation Day, and heartiest congratulations to the entire team that has been working, so hard for so many decades to make a very valuable contribution of promoting art and culture across the world. So my heartiest congratulations to ICCR and thank you for this opportunity to perform here. So we will begin Shri Ganesh Karenge with a composition Mahaganpatim, which a lot of you might be aware of. We will also, what is interesting about Stri Shakti, it is that it's a combination of the Hindustani and the Carnatic styles of music. And we will also be playing some folk music because the incredible India represents so many different cultures. It's incredible, the music is so rich here. So the little time that we have, we'll try to do the most we can. Thank you and welcome again. Thank you. next composition is from Assam. This is a folk composition of Assam, where we pay tribute to the Northeast, to incredible India, and also a short tribute to my Guru Ustad Zakir Hussain. Thank you. So the tabla language actually communicates a lot of different emotions, and here it's like a husband and wife having a conversation. Husband wants to go somewhere, wife wants to go somewhere, you know the usual. And फिर थोड़ी सी झड़प हो जाती है, and then husband manaus her and takes her back and then buys whatever he wants for her. So this is a little conversation. I'll never come with you again. होता है ना ऐसे. धादा तिन्ना धादा तिन्ना धादा तिन्ना तरी तकिना तकिना तरी तकिना तकिना धादा तिन्ना धादा दाती दागिना दागतिना patience धादा तिन्ना कर तरी तकिना तकिना कर तरी तकिना दा तदा 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 धा तिन्ना. This is the female. Jai Hind. Thank you so much.
कभी नदी की तरह, कभी झरने की तरह बहती है, फूटता है संगीत जब एक स्त्री अपनी कहानी कहती है, जब एक स्त्री अपनी कहानी कहती है। बहुत जोरदार तालियां हमारी इन परफॉर्मर्स के लिए। What a powerful presentation by Stree Shakti. Music is the universal language of mankind, and this rhythmic performance surely touched every heart tonight. Let us now advance to another dazzling performance. Get ready to witness the vibrancy of cross-cultural exchanges as a distinguished cultural group from Vietnam graces the stage with special dance performance symbolizing the strong cultural ties between India and Vietnam. With great pride and zeal and with huge round of applause, let's welcome our next performers all the way from Vietnam.
Namaskar everybody. I'd just like to thank my team, acknowledge my team. Shrabani ji on sitar. She's from Banaras. Krishna Priya is from Chennai. Veena Dhari is from Hyderabad. And Shivani is from Bangalore. I'm sorry, Chennai. I am so confused. The entire country is with me. Thank you.
A big round of applause for these musical maestros who are making India proud across the globe. Thank you so much, Anuradha Bal and Stree Shakti, for this wonderful, wonderful presentation tonight. और अब वियतनाम के कलाकारों का हम स्वागत करते हैं. Let us now advance to another dazzling performance. Let's welcome our next group from all the way from Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, as our stage getting ready for next performance, do not forget to stop by our selfie point after we wrap up this event and snap a photo as we celebrate 75th glorious years of ICCR's legacy. Step into the frame, strike a pose, and share in the celebration of India's rich cultural heritage and global connections. And be sure to tag ICCR's social media handles with your pictures. If you want to join us virtually, ICCR's celebration is streaming live on our YouTube channel. Connect with us from anywhere in the world and be a part of this incredible, wonderful celebration. भारतीय सांस्कृतिक संबंध परिषद के सुंदर 75 साल जहां भारत ने दुनिया को भारतीय संस्कृति का सुंदर झरोखा दिखाया और सारी दुनिया को भारतीय संस्कृति से जोड़ने का एक अनुपम अवसर मिला। और आज की ये शाम जहां हमने 75 साल पूर्ण किए हैं, भारतीय सांस्कृतिक संबंध परिषद भारत की सुंदर संस्कृति की झलक आपके सामने लेकर आया है नृत्य के जरिए, संगीत के जरिए। और हमारी अगली प्रस्तुति के रूप में वियतनाम के कलाकार आपके सामने प्रस्तुत करने जा रहे हैं। लेट्स वेलकम आवर नेक्स्ट परफॉर्मर्स ऑल द वे फ्रॉम वियतनाम। वसुधैव कुटुंबकम की भावना पर आधारित भारतीय सांस्कृतिक संबंध परिषद के सारे अभियान विश्व की संस्कृति को एक साथ जोड़ने का प्रयास करते रहे हैं और हमारी जो अगली प्रस्तुतियां आपके सामने आने वाली हैं उसमें भी इसी भावना की एक सुंदर झलक देखने को मिलेगी। Ladies and gentlemen, now get ready for a vibrant and dazzling performance from Vietnam. गीत, संगीत और नृत्य पूरी दुनिया में दिलों को जोड़ने का एक सुंदर धागा है. That was a truly stunning display of technique and artistry, a truly memorable and wonderful performance by our Vietnamese performers. And now we have a special performance for you by our ICCR scholars, foreign students who are studying in India under ICCR scholarships. We have 38 students from 14 countries presenting an international ensemble directed by the acclaimed Kathak exponent Ms. Vidhalal, showcasing the seamless fusion of global artistic expressions, Srijan, a beautiful combination of classical forms and folk dances of India, Africa, Bangladesh, Indonesia, and Cambodia. Please welcome the students from Indonesia, Kenya, Nigeria, Angola, Sierra Leone, Tajikistan, Cambodia, Guyana, Kazakhstan, Bolivia, Peru, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Venezuela with a huge round of applause.
Ina bega ya chura mima ayo show no masaya. And I shot the sabak of the man a gala.
A powerful presentation by these artists empowering the spirit of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have our chief guest for the evening, Dr. S. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister. It is now our privilege to invite our esteemed chief guest, Dr. S. Jaishankar, to share his thoughts on this momentous occasion. Please welcome.
Namaskar and a very good evening to all of you. Director General Nandini Singlaji, Deputy Director Generals of the ICCR, Secretaries from the Ministry of External Affairs, members of the Diplomatic Corps, eminent artists and cultural leaders of India, representatives of educational institutions, ICCR scholars, friends from the media, dear guests. We are gathered here to mark the 75th anniversary of the Indian Council of Cultural Relations. And I'm sure I speak for all of you in saying how much today we enjoyed the performance of Stri Shakti of the cultural group from Vietnam, and followed by the wonderful performance of foreign students of the ICCR. As is natural on such occasions, this is a time to remember the achievements and contributions of the ICCR, but it is also a time when our thoughts go to repurposing it better for the future. Now, 75 years is clearly a significant time for any institution to grow and develop, but it is an even longer time when it comes to the changes in the environment in which such an institution functions. Our nation and our society have changed profoundly in this duration. Today, we are, by any measure, more confident, authentic, and committed than before in terms of expressing our identity and promoting its understanding. Within the country, there is a much sharper awareness of our culture, heritage, and traditions. Indeed, there is pride about so many of their facets that they translate into a wide range of activities and initiatives. We see that when it promotes to promoting tourism and increasing our World Heritage sites. It is visible in campaigns like One District, One Product, or for that matter, in the support that we now give to the Vishwakarma community. Traditions and inheritance that were long neglected have now been revived. More languages enjoy classical status, and our habits and practices, whether we speak of yoga, Ayurveda, or millets, they are receiving a new impetus and momentum. In essence, India is today more Bharat, and the ICCR recognizes this transformation, and I'm confident will factor it into its future. Now, during this very period, the world has changed as well. Economic and political rebalancing have today set the stage for cultural rebalancing. The natural diversity of the world is asserting itself, and you saw a small sample here. Voices and practices long suppressed are beginning to be heard, not just heard again, but actually shaping the global discourse. As we move away from a particular version of globalization that served the interests of a few, these tendencies will accentuate further. In such a scenario, it is natural that a civilizational state like India would make its presence felt more strongly on the world stage. For ICCR, that means new horizons, new ambitions, and a new agenda. Now, friends, we live not just in an era of flux, but we actually have entered an existence that is more regionalized and I would even say localized. Consider the implications of what in the diplomatic profession we often refer to as multipolarity. It means more choices, it means greater interplay and less hegemonism. This would also suggest a healthier interaction of different experiences and traditions of the world. For many, it opens up windows to rediscovery. To others, it creates opportunities for fresh collaboration. The nations of the Global South are particular beneficiaries of these trends if they could create mechanisms for deeper cultural exchanges. The ICCR can make a difference by addressing itself to this task. When we look at the world, the diaspora plays an increasingly important role in shaping India's image. The compulsions of the global workplace are only going to increase the mobility of talent and skills. This will be over and above the historic migration that has taken place over the last few centuries. For India, the diaspora is both an invaluable connect and an enormous resource. Harnessing its energies more effectively should come high in the ICCR's priorities. The ICCR's mandate has evolved in these last 75 years to a considerable extent. We have both the intention and today the resources to project India's culture more effectively abroad. But culture itself has acquired broader connotations, extending to different facets of our social fabric. Encouraging a dialogue about our democratic traditions is one such example. Developing a deeper understanding of the inherent unity that has enabled diversity to flower in this country is another. We seek to also promote a better appreciation of Indian knowledge systems. Education, similarly, occupies a larger segment of the ICCR's mindspace. When it comes to taking India out to the world, ICCR has to prepare for a far more complex and ambitious exercise than in the past. In fact, it is difficult today to talk about diplomacy without its cultural and soft power accompaniments. An example that comes to mind is our experience with the Quad. MEA, through the ICCR, has launched the Quad STEM Fellowships for Indo-Pacific nations. I know this will evoke a strong response. Indeed, India has been in the forefront of reaching out to the younger generation through its scholarships. I'm confident that ICCR will build further on these experiences. On its part, the world has already developed a considerable heritage of understanding about India. It has long been in ICCR's objective to promote Indology in all its dimensions. But this task has to be more contemporary, involving new generations with different requirements and utilizing modern tools. Indologists hold a unique value for the global propagation of our culture. That must be recognized, it must be respected, and it must be more actively promoted. The journey of development in the Amrit Kal is based on the twin tracks of tradition and technology, far from being in contradiction, as many believed for years. They actually form a composite whole. Indeed, they are a fusion of our past and future, which continuously determines the present. In its set of jurisdictions, ICCR could actively explore the synthesis. A good example is working on manuscripts using latest technologies. Let me make a reference here to our G20 presidency, because perhaps there are few events in recent times which brought out the importance of bringing the world to India more effectively than that presidency. In that particular year, we saw the most effective influencers of the world of our times come, see, and leave impressed. 2 years later, we are still seeing the reverberations of that presidency, which I believe would continue further. Just as we wish the world to understand us better, it is important that Indians too develop a good feel for other societies and cultures. This is a domain in which the ICCR has long been active, whether it is in performing or fine arts, literature or cinema, or indeed in the exchange of artists and students. Refreshing and increasing these practices for the times ahead is therefore very important. The ICCR boasts of alumni across all geographies and cultures. Organizing them better, using databases and mobilizational tools is now more necessary than ever before. The alumni themselves have an interest in remaining connected, and of course, we do to an even greater degree. It is also common practice for organizations to leverage the capabilities of others with similar goals and interests. These could be forces in civil society, other governments, or even like-minded groups and individuals. Getting better value for resources is always a driver of self-improvement. The ICCR should certainly keep that in mind. The last decade has demonstrated how soft power endeavors can be run on a scale, in fact, on a global scale. We saw that when it came to popularizing yoga, or in propagating Ayurveda and wellness practices. In fact, in encouraging the consumption of millets as well, or in enhancing interest about India's history and traditions. These could serve to motivate ICCR as it enters the next phase of its growth. So, friends, ladies and gentlemen, let me, on my own behalf and on yours, wish Team ICCR all the best in the times ahead. I'm confident that they will continue to grow and they will continue to contribute to our quest for a Viksit Bharat. Thank you very much.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद इन सुंदर शब्दों के लिए, ऊर्जा से भरे शब्दों के लिए. Thank you, sir, for motivating us and inspiring us with your beautiful words. And as we near the conclusion of this remarkable evening, it is time to express our heartfelt gratitude. I now invite the Deputy Director General ICCR, Mr. Rajiv Kumar, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Namaskar. On the screen behind me, it is me and former DG, Mr. Kumar Tuhin, with drones at IIT Delhi campus on 10th December 2021, the year I joined the ICCR. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we come to the end of this unforgettable event, I have the task of giving the vote of thanks, which is the polite way of saying, I get to talk when everyone else is ready to leave. But don't worry, I will keep it short, because I know we are all excited to see what's for dinner, or at least what's next. First of all, a massive thank you to our Honorable External Affairs Minister, Dr. Subramaniam Jaishankar, for taking time out from his busy schedule to grace this occasion of celebrating the 75th anniversary of ICCR's foundation at this beautiful Azad Bhavan, and for making us wiser with his remarks, which was full of intellectual rigor, interesting facts, and communication brilliance. I always tell people that no matter how good a communicator you may be, you still need a master class in effective communication from our EM. I also tell people that Dr. Jaishankar is the Amitabh Bachchan of Ministry of External Affairs. Sir ke naam mein hi jai hai. And here is why. He is the longest serving Indian Foreign Service officer and perhaps the brightest ever in the ministry, and he is still going very strong. Dr. Jaishankar joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1977 and will be celebrating his half century in the ministry in 2 years' time, in 2027 or maybe in 2029. No one else knows the MEA and ICCR better than our brilliant minister. So on behalf of the ICCR family, I would like to thank him once again for blessing us with his presence this evening, and wish all the success, happiness, and good health to him. The ICCR officials also wish to see him as the chief guest at EM on the ICCR centenary celebration in the year 2050. I would also like to thank Secretary CPB, Mr. Arun Chatterjee, and Secretary East, Mr. P. Kumaran from MEA for their gracious presence as well. It is the rarest of rare occasion in the history of ICCR when the EM and 2 secretaries of MEA have come together for the same ICCR event. This shows this evening's importance. Or is this the Nandini effect? Ladies and gentlemen, let's now talk about DG ICCR, Ms. Nandini Singla. In a name that may not ring as many bells as Bollywood stars, but trust me, if you have ever needed help navigating the complex world of international relations or figuring out how to organize a beautiful event like this one, Ms. Singla is the one you would want in your corner. Like Singham, Nandini ji is a Singla of MEA and has been sent to ICCR with a purpose. Nandini ji pure ICCR ko badal dalegi. The ICCR family especially thanks her for great Foundation Day celebration this year. To the singers and dancers and all the others behind the scenes people, thank you very much for your commitment to your craft, for pushing your limits, and for sharing your artistry with us tonight. You have not only entertained us, but you have also reminded us of the beauty and power of dance as an expression of joy, culture, and emotion. We are grateful to each one of you. We have all created a memorable experience that we all will carry with us long after tonight. So thank you once again for your incredible performances. And let's give them one last round of applause to all these amazing singers and dancers. On behalf of ICCR, I thank all the attendees, including the ambassadors and other officials of MEA and members of Diplomatic Corps. You have been an incredible audience. You have watched, listened, clapped, and most importantly, refrained from checking your phones too much. Well, except for maybe a few, but we won't point fingers, you made this event memorable. As we come to the end of this incredible performances, I would like to take a moment to thank the true superheroes behind the scenes, our amazing ICCR family. Now, let's be honest, you are the ones who made sure that everything went smoothly while we all just showed up looking fabulous or pretending to. From coordinating schedules to handling last-minute panic attacks, you all deserve a standing ovation, not just for today, but for putting up with us all year round. So here is to every single one of you who works tirelessly behind the scenes. Your effort may not always be seen, but trust me, it is definitely appreciated. You are the real foundation of this wonderful ICCR, and not this concrete. No such celebration could be meaningful without you. So thank you all, and here is to many more successful Foundation Days. But remember this, which I often tell you, Foundation Day celebrations of a dynamic, futuristic institution are more about annually achieving twice its target at half the cost. and less about rejoicing at its past achievements. Happy ICCR Foundation Day to you all. Last but not least, and talking of Sri Sakti, I would like to thank my beautiful wife, Jacqueline Rabelo Soja, which is in the audience, and in case you find me nervous, blame it on Jacqueline. Thank you, Jacqueline, for accepting my request to participate in this evening's celebrations. She was all set to fly out of India tonight, but she postponed her departure by a day and stayed back for this beautiful ICCR Foundation Day celebration. By the way, this is our first and last ICCR event during my 4-year and 3-month stint with ICCR so far. Oh my gosh, I have just realized that I have been here for a long, long time. It actually feels like I have been here since ICCR Foundation in 1950. Had it not been for MEA and the Indian Foreign Service, I would really have had to drill at my home in my great state of Bihar to come out exactly on the other side of the globe to find Jacqueline in her home in Brazil. My home in Bihar and Jacqueline's home in Brazil are antipodes, exactly opposite sides of the globe. Don't Bihar and Brazil sound like the long-lost twins of the Mahakumbh Mela of 1881? With these words, I end my boring vote of thanks, but I could not help it, as I am from Boring Road in Patna, the capital city of Bihar. So please forgive me if you did not enjoy it, but I am 100% sure that you will enjoy the delicious food, which is specially cooked for you all, and will soon be served at ICCR lawn outside. So enjoy the rest of the evening, and I now request DG Ms. Nandini Singla to accompany Honorable EM for the inauguration of ICCR exhibition Padchin at Ravind Art Gallery, with Secretary CPB and Secretary East and a few others will join them. The rest of us can proceed to the lawn outside after their departure from the auditorium. Thank you and dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir. And with this, we bring the formal proceedings to a close. We invite Honorable External Affairs Minister, Foreign Secretaries, and other secretaries of MEA to join in opening the ICCR exhibition Padchin, Footprints Across Time. I request all the others to stay seated till the chief guest leaves. After that, I invite you all to visit the exhibition next door in the ICCR Art Gallery. Please also stop by our selfie points and snap a photo as we celebrate 75 glorious years of ICCR's incredible legacy. Step into the frame, strike a pose, and share in the celebration of India's rich cultural heritage and global connections. And be sure to tag ICCR's social media handles with your pictures. Thank you so much, everyone. We again request all the other dignitaries and our guests to kindly remain seated till the chief guest leaves. After that, you can visit the exhibition next door in the ICCR Art Gallery.